You're the only person who was thinking about it. I wasn't.
I mean,
forgot about the
how
Chrom.
many Doc players are there really? So, the
One.
yeah, there you go. Well, either way, it's going to be gonna put away the monk and get with the hunk. Chrom is coming right back out. This is the character that got Rivers onto that first edition of the PGR in the 18th position. This is a Chrom that top aided a few PGR events. I think can we say most notably get on my level? I mean, is that a fair assessment?
I mean, yeah, you can definitely say that at the very least. And I gotta say, what I have to say is that I've been talking about this Diddy the whole time, and I forgot about the Chrom. Because I swear to God, it's like 80% of the time in these brackets, I will say he does play Diddy over the Chrom. But this is definitely a Chrom matchup for sure, as I was mentioning before. Doc, he's got a lot of the same stuff that Mario has in this in the Diddy Kong matchup, especially with that that falling neutral air, I should say, the combo game, reflecting the banana, offstage presence, all that good stuff, combo breaker. Why deal with any of that if you have a character who's got a big disjoint against a character who sucks against disjoints? There you go.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, you can play around with the banana peel all you want, but there's something there's elegance and simplicity, and it doesn't get a lot more simple than swing stick and you die. So it's going to be up B. You're going to see a lot of those, especially if you see Mabel getting a little button happy close to Rivers. You're going to see a lot of those up Bs out of shields. Easily the best Chrom option, and yeah, Mabel is just going to have to eat that, and now it's a guessing game even with Rivers at ledge. Even though Mabel does get the kill there on the back air, sitting at 40-something%, now 52, just because that's, again, they poked their giant metal stick into your eye, and you had to take damage for it.
Yeah, I don't care how good of a doctor you are, you're not going to be able to do the proper procedure on yourself if you're the one who got the eye poked out. I'm just saying. Yeah. Warn as many kids about that as you want. It's not going to work out.
Hey, and even lawyers need lawyers.
That is true, my friend, as they say. Kind of a little onomatopoeia right there. Gonna confuse me, man. That's like a paradox. Anyway, this is like the interesting thing about Doc compared to, like, some other characters in this matchup. It's because, Mario can suffer against disjoints, and Doc also does that, except he also can't even move. He doesn't have the mobility that Mario does at the end of the day. So one of the things that I feel like Mabel is going to be a little bit reliant on right here is that I feel like he's going to try and, get a little bit underneath Rivers and then focus a little more, if he can, on parrying his options and getting punishes out of shield. Like you mentioned, that up B out of shield. Not just a Rivers thing, not just a Chrom thing. I mean, Doc has got a pretty meaty up B out of shield as well. That Chinchaku is frame 3, my friend, and it kills. Insanely powerful, plus you're able to turn it around. He could have actually comboed it out of it right there. Was a little bit nervous, though. Didn't want to wind up whiffing it and then eat a kill option from Rivers like that up air, which will take the stock right there. But if he gets options out of shield, options out of parry from below, you're going to be seeing a lot of that, is what I'm talking about. Out of shield options, might have to rely on those when he's up close against a character like Chrom.
I mean, may well have to, and just the fact that, yeah, you do have a little bit of an advantage in terms of what frame some of your attacks come out, specifically like your tilts and whatnot. But, I mean, even with that, you're not going to be safe on pretty much anything, because you know that Rivers is so effective when it comes to how they employ their shields, how they are able to move around defensively, how they're able to goad you into your attacks. And Mabel, they do have themselves a fighting chance, but they really can't afford to get hit all that much, which means they're going to really have to keep their distance with 3 minutes to go.
And I love that option out of disadvantage right there with the falling down B Doc Tornado, knowing that if he landed it, it was going to kill, and it would have been an option that Rivers wouldn't have expected, because it seems like one that would just put you in such a bad spot if it whiffs. But that's the name of Smash, man. It's a game of guessing. It's a guessing game, and it's a game of reads and predictions at the end of the day. Kind of like poker, but with somehow even more RNG.
Yeah, it's definitely something between poker and chess. Let's call it that. I really don't even know how to describe that. It's the paradoxical nature of this game, but yeah, Mabel was not able to get out of that. We saw the jump trying to escape their fate, but yeah, Chrom would have none of it, and neither will Rivers. It's going to be 1-0 to the DNA mainstay, and again, 5-time defending champion that Mabel's going to have to overcome here.
We'll take a look at some of these replays once again. The down throw to the up air, catching the DI of Rivers. Very important, knowing not to go for the up B right there. Seeing as how he DI'd directly above. Still wound up not working out too well for him in the long run, as that side B is going to do it. That's the thing, that mid-range, bro. It's like there are like characters that there are certain characters that when Mario or Doc is in the mid-range against, that is where he can shine. That's where it's very important. Like Sheik, for instance. That is where Mario absolutely annihilates Sheik, Mario or Doc. But she doesn't have disjoints as big as Chrom. That's part of the reason that the plumbers suffer so much in these kinds of matchups, is because in the mid-range, which is a spot that they're normally very, very good in, got a lot of burst options out of it as well. When you got a disjoint, characters like Chrom just simply do not care. They will safely swing it at you from that distance and will safely kill you from that distance. Ooh. Like right there. And that is why Dr. Mario is several tiers lower.
Yeah, I mean, it's not to say that it can't happen. I mean, this is the same dude that wound up entering last week, finishing in second place, beating individuals like Panther, Dark Falcon, and indeed WebJP. WebJP playing Samus for that one, interestingly enough. But this is it's not an easy proposition for Mabel, as Rivers is more than happy to demonstrate right now.
Definitely all over this Doc right now. Trying to say that tag. I'm going to prove it right here, but not unless Mabel's got anything to say about it, despite the self-derogatory nature of the man. Once again, let's start it up. Got him in the corner. Oh!
Ooh!
That was the turnaround right there.
You've been away from Jersey too long, man. You have to know a back throw is coming at that position. I mean, like you needed a reminder, Rivers. Come on now. And there you go. You take those. You clean that right up, and well, Mabel should probably know someone with a sword. They're gonna just want to swing it to the point where they can't do anything. And 40 percentage points in the air. Mabel getting batted around like a beach ball at spring break.
Yeah, Rivers can definitely feel it in the air tonight. Oh, Chrom. But unless Mabel's got anything to say about this beautiful back air turnaround to get that extra damage, not capitalizing too hard off of the tech chase right there, is still able to get it despite the whiff jab lock. He didn't even go for the jab lock, just decided to go for the chase down instead. Probably thought he could somehow confirm something out of the throw by the ledge a little bit easier. Either that or he just missed his jab lock right there. The input never came. Could be playing a little bit nervous. My God. Frame 3, up B, add a shield. You're dead.
Now, oh yeah, that up B. I mean, how hard does that mix some people? I mean, you know it's coming, but you know that you're going to get hit by it. It's just one of those weird things that you're just going to have to accept. And that back air, that's going to be it for Mabel's run. A solid effort and a valiant one at that. But it's going to be a 4th place finish. That's an improvement on last week, but yeah, there's no improving on 1st place. Rivers says, you know what? I can definitely improve on 5-time reigning champion. I'm looking at the next number up.
Rivers, reminiscent of his performance against Dark Wizzy at Suplex City a few years ago. Can't believe that was a few years ago. He parries a lot of what Mario has to offer. You know, a lot of these falling nairs, a lot of the falling pills and whatnot, you know. Falling pill to nair, which is how Doc gets a lot of his combos as well and what have you. Here's a little bit of story time. At Suplex City, I don't remember if it was Losers Finals or Losers Semis. It was somewhere in top 8 that Rivers was having to play Dark Wizzy, and he was actually looking around the venue for me. Right. And he walked up to me and he screamed, really? David! I was like, what? And he was like, what the hell do I do about Fireball Nair? And I'm like, come, my son. And we found a setup, and I told him Chrom specifically can parry it. I mean, everybody can parry it, obviously.
Right,
Chrom specifically can parry it, but because he has a disjoint, if he mashes up tilt out of it, it'll beat out the Nair.